What's up, guys? It's Hege, and I just died all but 5 minutes ago. I died to a disconnect. It's pretty
Thanks
disheartening.
for watching.
We're gonna watch that death really quickly. Alright, so you won't be able to actually see the
If
death
it's
because I
like
just
level 3,
flatlined.
it's just not enough, man. You're gonna feel it. It starts to feel
So I rolled this
decent
canyon
around
pretty
14.
easily. Let me see if I can fast forward a little bit. Okay, so I go into this canyon, kill the first pack, and then I start to DC. Or I just start flatlining shortly after. So easy pack, 2 bears, and then boom. I started to channel that cast, and that was the last thing I saw. I ran around the screen, nothing was happening. I logged out, and it didn't really matter. I logged back in right afterwards, and I found my character was dead. So I must have got picked off by bears again, but well, I had no chance. That's just life, I guess. My ISP ripped me. It wasn't a game crash, just straight up flatline. But we're gonna go over the build anyways because there's a lot of people asking questions about it. This is my Flame Blaster. I'm using a wand. It's 76 spell damage, 16 fire damage. That double dips. The spell damage does not. It only buffs the base gem. And 11% cast speed was mastercrafted onto this. I think I bought this day 2 of the league for about 10 chaos. Pretty cheap. This helmet I actually found. It had tried res with chaos resist. Couldn't resist, and then I had the option of mastercrafting a prefix. I could have chose my options were armor and evasion percentage would have been okay, but since I was gonna run high powered EE or EB and I wanted a lot of mana for mana regen, I just decided to put mana on it. This shield ended up paying around 12 chaos. Really nice, pretty decent energy shield, really decent life. That 6% additional block chance is pretty badass. And some more res. I chose Carcass Jack for the obvious reasons. Having the life, the increased area, and the area damage is very, very nice. We have a rare amulet, nothing too special. 67 life, 28 mana, all res, mana regen. Bought this for pretty cheap too. 4 properties and I mastercrafted on that. This I actually found, or actually I think I ended up paying 3 or 5 chaos, something like that, something super cheap. But yeah. And this ring I think I paid around 7 chaos, relatively cheap. This belt I paid 1 chaos for. That's what the guy wanted. I thought it was worth way more than that. But you can see that I have actually very good chaos resist inside this map. Let's go ahead and put it in. I have positive, I believe, 44%. Yeah, 44%. And put up our auras. I'm using Herald of Thunder, Clarity, Purity of Lightning, and Purity of Fire. This gives me 78, 78, soon to be 79, 79 when these level up very, very shortly. Okay, so the gem choices: cast and damage taken, enduring cry, increased duration, and mortal call. Easiest to put in an armor helm. Getting the colors is super easy, just 2 off. Actually, it's no off. It's actually, yeah, very, very easy. We have Arctic armor, decoy totem, fast cast. This is a huge quality of life to put fast cast. It lets you use it in rapid succession if you need to. It takes a lot of heat off. I mean, you could use it without it, but the cast speed difference is pretty big. Faster cast with Arctic armor. This didn't have to be linked. It could have been unlinked and been just as good. So we're running Lightning Warp, Herald of Thunder, and Reduced Mana. Reduced Mana, Clarity, Purity of Fire, and Purity of Lightning. Since these are the bulk of the auras, you want to have your best reduced mana with these auras. And then Concentrated Effect, Fire Penetration, Chance to Ignite, and Fire Trap. Now the Chance to Ignite was going to get replaced by a 20 quality increased burn. I never got around to leveling it up and flipping it. So yeah, I would change the chance to ignite for that. Since we do have burn from the tree. This is kind of like a long time thing that I've had it in there. If we look at the tree, it looks like your typical flame blaster, only we skip out on these nodes. I try to focus more on burning, proliferation of, and elemental damage. Elemental damage will double dip. It'll increase the initial hit and it'll increase the burn. Elemental damage is like fire damage, but only it'll affect the lightning damage from my Herald of Thunder. So my Herald of Thunder adds 10 to 155 lightning damage to spells. So this will add lightning damage to my fire trap, and you can actually look at it, it's very significant. 73 to 1185. So this can shock, and so can my flame blast. 19 to 316. Now because I have 5% chance to shock from Elementalist, 5% chance to shock from Celestial Punishment, and then I have this Static Blows Wheel, which gives me 10% chance to shock, some shock duration, 5% here. I have a 25% chance to shock. If we go to look at my tooltip and click on offense, 25% chance to shock when I do lightning damage, and I'm doing lightning damage all the time. And this is why I call it the Purple Flame Blaster, because while I'm igniting or making red rings, I'm putting blue rings on top of it, and when they mix they look like a nice violet or purple. My chance to ignite is actually quite low. It's 40%, but that's mainly due to the fact that I'm still using non-quality gems. My fire pen is 6%. My flame blast has 0 quality on it. With 2020 or 20 quality, it'll go to 70% chance to ignite, because a 20 quality flame blast is 30% chance. LA proliferation, the quality would increase the burn duration, and spell echo, it's just more spell damage. But this is the 5 link. With flammability by itself, just for cursing, I don't even need to use it that often unless it's a high HP target or a very resistant one. But I use this fire trap for mobile damage, for proximity shields, and for taking out like reflection mobs, P-Link, or just getting extra single target DPS, like throwing a trap and then casting on top of the boss. It's just going to give me more effective damage. And it can crit, and it can shock, and it can ignite, and the burning ground is very nice. That's why I chose this over, something else. So we're going to go ahead and clear some of the map, and I'm just going to go and show you. This one is a Residence level 74 map with rogue exiles and other things. If you look, I'll just throw a trap inside, and even fire traps handles these very well. These mods on this, I'm not sure. Resistant? Yeah, resistant to elemental damage. But unlike the crit trapper, this one's not focusing so much on crit, only just burn chance, ignition damage, and you can see how the shock rings are being placed on the ground. And I want to steer away from crit because I don't want to see you have a nice combination of shock and burning proliferation, causing those purple circles. Just like amazing for damage. It's 50% more damage from all sources. It's very easy to see in darker maps. But you can see how volatile this can get. And if you want, you can replace Elemental Proliferation Gem for Conk Effect when you do like single target damage on bosses, if you just want to min-max that way. But the shock chance is real. You only need one of these rings, and the AoE is pretty nasty on this. We get all the AoE from Templar and Witch. So just going over and explaining why I didn't get Heart of Flame, because these are just 12 nodes. I'd rather get elemental damage nodes. This one gives me energy shield and elemental damage, increasing both the lightning and fire and burn. So getting these 4% cast speed nodes and elemental damage. My next node will probably go into this one. This Templar 12%. I do get quick recovery, get a lot of mana regen. You get a chance to ignite here, burning damage, chaos resist. This is pretty cookie cutter right here. And I picked up the starting LE damage node at Templar. I chose this way because, you know, getting the strength is nice. It's not easy to get, you know, so much strength. And I went practical application for avoiding stun while casting, because Flame Blast is a charge type mechanic, and getting charged by Roas, shield chargers, leapt on by leapers, or getting surrounded by divas, you want to be able to lightning warp out. This will give you that opportunity and consistency. Also, it'll give you a lot of strength and dex. But blast radius, those are key nodes. Amplify, making those flame blasts bigger and allowing you to release them earlier. That's huge quality of life. The life and energy shield nodes with Eldritch Battery will convert my energy shield from my armor and my, you know, just whatever stats, and make it into more mana. That's why I have a 3,000 max mana pool. It's pretty insane. Cold Hearted calculation, you know, just pretty much cookie cutter. Chance to ignite here, and then elemental damage, crit chance. This is my only crit damage node, or crit chance node. I actually don't want crit, but this is too good to turn down. 20% elemental damage, 20 int, which gives me both percent ES, mana, and, you know, that's pretty much it. Blood Siphon, mana on kill, and very nice. Cast speed, dex. Dex is actually pretty hard to get. I have a few pieces on my gear that use dex, but it's pretty much the build. I would probably take this node and then maybe either consider going up left to Heart of Flame, Mind Barrier, getting Spell Block, and now that my shield's actually pretty good, this would actually give me a lot more mana, and a little bit of armor. It's all dependent upon what your shield quality is, in my opinion. This is 2% block, which is nice, or you can go flask nodes. That's always an option. But those will probably be this wheel, or going left to Heart of Flame for more damage. You could go down to Scion Shaper into Scion Life Constitution. That is completely an option. Or you can get more cast speed nodes. Mental Rapidity and Nimbleness are also available. But this boss was very, very good. I'm kind of a little sad that I died to something that my internet provider did, you know, just flatline straight up. But very, very easy build to do. I did this with like no gear. This is actually my first character, and now that I died, I'll continue to do other things and other build guides. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this character. If you want to actually see some footage of me doing higher level rare maps that I alked, some of them were even pretty sketchy, feel free to do so on my Twitch channel. I'll go ahead and clear this map, or this level, so you guys can see. But this handles pretty much all boss or any boss with relative ease. It just does so much damage. Sometimes I can one-shot them if I crit. But you can notice the clear speed is very, very nice. I have a feeling that proliferation might change with Act 4, especially when it comes to burn. I don't know if ice or shock will be changed. I think they're okay for the most part. They kind of need their big AoEs. But burning proliferation has the potential to change. Maybe just in its damage or duration. I'm not sure, but everything just falls over. And things are just getting consistently shocked and ignited at the same time. And anything that runs into the circle just falls over. It's very, very fun, and it's also excels in shocked or fracture maps. Very, very nice. If I had a 6 link, I would use either Ink AoE or faster cast just to get the stage 10 quicker, and be able to swap those readily for conk effect for whenever I fight high HP bosses or if I'm going through an enfeeble map. The way this build handles reflection is, you know, largely with fire trap, with Arctic armor. Arctic armor suppresses reflection per mob. If you recall from other videos, a HegePurpleblast video, it's pretty much very similar to HegePurpleblast, other than with the new tree and the fact that I'm using Herald of Thunder. That was the biggest change, and getting the static blows wheel. You actually have a very, very reliable chance to shock with the new nodes. Celestial Punishment, and that gives you increased damage too when a status amulet is applied. Anytime I do a shock or a burn proliferation build, I'm always looking to aim to shock prolif at the same time with Herald of Thunder. I think that's a very proper way and easy way to scale damage. Ideally, I would have a Doriani's Catalyst, but in the Hardcore League, I think I only saw one for sale, and I'm pretty sure he wanted an arm and a leg for it. But we can go ahead and just try to use Fire Trap here so you guys can see how potent it is. And it doesn't even have the increased burn support gem or high explosives that gives you that minus 10 pen on it. If you guys like this video, feel free to hit the like and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you have any questions, feel free to hop on stream and ask me live. Good way to find out is to hit that follow button, twitch.tv/HegemonyTV. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.